So guys, it's finally here, the all-new Team Corally. I've been waiting for a couple of months now to get my hands on one of those, but finally I've got mine. So this is probably one of the best RC cars made in 2025. Do you want to know why? Well, let me get everything out of the box so I can show you what's inside there. And here it is, guys, just look at it. This thing really looks amazing. And the first thing you will notice when you will get this out of the box is how well this car is built. So in my opinion, Team Corally is just one of the top players in the business, you know. The quality of these cars are just amazing. So let me first tell you something. I am not getting paid by Team Corally. Let that be clear. So this is just my opinion about these cars. So the first one ahead of them is the Synchro 4, and even that car is just amazing. I crashed that car like a million of times and it's still in one piece, and the build quality of this just feels amazing, just like the Synchro 4. So the second thing you will notice are the big chunky tires. Just look at this, man. So this is my fist and this is the tire. These things feel very sturdy, and the compound feels very stiff, and I'm not sure if they are belted, but I cannot pull the center part away. But yeah, if they are, that's even better. So this car is just amazing already. So let's see what came inside the box. Well, not a lot of stuff came inside the box. You will have the transmitter. It runs on 4AA's, which you need to supply if you own. So the build quality is very sturdy, and we only have got a couple of buttons. So we've got on-off switch, steering trim, steering dual rate, we've got the bind button, and we've got the 50% or the 100% throttle, and that's it. It came with some manuals and a very big aerial, and that's it. So yeah, let's put this aside and let's have a close look at the car. In the front of the car you will find a very sturdy front bumper, which is also the skid plate, and the skid plate protector screws underneath there, but I will show you that in a bit. Just look at the arm, guys. We've got very sturdy composite arms, and the quality of these just feels superb. We've got very big CVDs, ball bearings throughout, obviously, in a car of this performance, you know. So this car already looks promising. So the body itself, I really like the body art. So maybe some stickers are a bit too much, but you know, the body art is all fine. We've got some skid plates sitting on the top of there, so when you crash, you know, and it slides over the body, it doesn't ruin your body straight away, because we've got some skid plates. One thing what I really don't like is the front of the car. So the body art in the front, it looks a bit silly, so this should be headlights or something like that, but yeah, I don't like those. But just look at the rear ring. The rear ring is just amazing, and also the screws, you know, everything how they have mounted is just superb. So at the rear of the car you will find a very big chunky wheelie bar sitting right over there, and the same in the front, you know, we've got like the diffuser or the skid plate as well built in there, and just look at those shocks, man. This thing is just solid. Underneath the car you really can see that this car is made to bash. Just look at it, man. This setup is just made to perform. For example, the skid plate. So we've got some stripes sitting right over there. So if you scrape over the asphalt or some stones, you know, the screws won't wear down as quickly. And the same thing with the aluminium plate sitting right over there. So the screws are countersunk, but they are even deeper than the chassis plate itself. And that's a good thing. Just look at all the arms and all the steering linkages as well. This thing is so tough and so nice. Like I mentioned, the Synchro 4, I crashed that car like a million of times, and everything held up nicely, and these are exactly the same linkages as in the Synchro 4, so this is all fine. The body is held in place by 4 body clips, and you know, that's a bit old-fashioned, but I don't mind that. A lot of clipless body system are a bit flunsy, especially when you crash those cars, the body can pop off, but with body clips, normally it's just hold in place like it should. So when we remove those body clips, let me show you something underneath there. We've got a lot of bracing, so just look at here, man. We've got a very thick body post sitting right over there, but we've got some extra supports and even a brace sitting right over there, so the body is well protected, and the Lexan itself is very thick and very sturdy, so that's all fine. Underneath the body you will find all the magic. Just look at this, man. This is just a professional setup. So this is a 2150 brushless motor. We've got a 25 kilogram waterproof servo with a metal servo horn, and all the linkages are just made of this composite plastic, and that's all fine. If they have the correct length, you don't need any adjustment, and these are just perfect in my opinion. So inside here is your receiver, and we've got the 135 amp ESC sitting right over there with the on-off switch in the rear of the car. So we've got a fully adjustable battery tray sitting right over there with the XT60 connector, so this setup is all fine. When we look deeper inside the car, you will find the center differential sitting right over there. What that does is that your front wheels can have a different speed from your rear wheels, and that really helps with the performance of this car. So we've got a metal drive shaft going from the center differential to the front and to the rear, obviously. Full metal gears inside there, rubber sealed ball bearing, obviously. And this little box is funny, so you can put your Sky RC Bluetooth GPS inside there. But unfortunately, I don't have got a Bluetooth one. This is just with the display one, and it doesn't fit. So maybe that's a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So we've got some very thick bracing going on, so you can see it sitting right over there, and even a bigger one sitting right over there. So this car, like I mentioned before, this car is just built to be tough, and we're going to test it, obviously. So let me throw in some batteries and show you when it's on. One small point of comment that I just found out is that we've got the ball stud sitting right over there, but in my opinion we've got a little bit of slack inside there, so before we're going to take it out for a spin, I'm going to tighten those screws so it's a little bit more secure than it is right now. But that's just a small thing. Yes, I bought a different battery as well, and let me tell you why. So this one is the one I had from Corally, but this one is the 50C rating, and this one is the stronger one, and this one is the 100C rating. Another thing that I bought is a different pinion gear. So standard mounted is the 13-tooth pinion gear, and this one is the 15-tooth. There's also a 70-tooth availability, but yeah, I think when you're going to use the 70-tooth, the motor will be stressed too much, but we're going to speed run it with this one as well. The car's powered on, and this is the steering servo, so it's not the fastest in the world, but we have got plenty of power as you can see, so that's all fine. So I put the speed selector on the 50%, so let's floor it straight away. Let's see what it does. Here it goes. Whoa, did you hear that? Wow, we've got a lot of power. So let's do the second gear or the high speed. Let us see the tires if they balloon, so here we go. Wow, that's just too powerful for indoors. So for now, let's take it outside for a spin. So guys, it has been raining for the last couple of days, but finally it's dried up. And now we're going to speed run this car. So I already installed the 15-tooth pinion gear, so I didn't want to bother the time with only the 13-tooth pinion gear. So the first test we're going to do, we're going to speed run it into the 50% throttle, and then we're going to do the 100% throttle. So here we go. So guys, I gave it a couple of runs and we hit the 53 kilometers an hour. So let's put it onto the 100% throttle and see what it does then. Guys, guess what? I crashed it and I really had to struggle to find the GPS, but I found it and we hit the 77 kilometers an hour. It's a bit wet inside there, so we have to clean it up. But you know, 77 kilometers an hour with the 15-tooth pinion gear is a pretty decent speed. And when you're all up to speed, this thing drives amazing. You know, we've got plenty of control with this car, so that's all fine. But now let's test it off-road and see how it handles that. So guys, I've been driving this car around for a couple of minutes now, and I must say I am impressed by this car. The speed of this thing is just amazing and handles very, very well, or excellent maybe. This thing is just amazing. So currently I'm just driving at 50% throttle. So like I mentioned before, I put in the 15-tooth pinion gear, but I think it's too much already for this car. I think with the standard gearing of the 13-tooth, that's plenty of speed with this car. So now it is on 50%, but let me put it onto the 100% throttle and let me floor it. So now it's at 100% throttle, and as you can see, it's just all over the place. So let's go to the grass here. Oh, crashed it. Okay, we're back on again, but this thing is so fast. You really need to have a very big field to drive on, otherwise it can be just too much, you know. But this thing, I really like it so far. So guys, that was the driving with the all-new Team Corally Kagama number 4. And what do I think of this car? Well, I think that this car is amazing. So I crashed it a million of times, full into trees, full into big boulders. I tumbled it around like a million of times, drove it through water, and it's still in one piece. Yes, it's dirty, it's all scratched up, you know, but that doesn't matter. This car is just amazing. So in my opinion, this car is worth every euro, penny, or dollar, or whatever currency you are in, you know. This thing is amazing. So I'll put the link down below to the car so you can check it out for yourself. But in my opinion, this thing is awesome. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect in my opinion. There are just a couple of things I want to talk about. So the first thing is the rattling body. So yeah, the body post and the body pins, it has a little bit of play, and therefore when you drive this car around, it rattles around, and I hate that. So what I did, I just used some sticky foam thing, or however you call that, and I just placed those all around the body post, and that was the problem solved. Another thing what I found out when I pulled it out of the box is the little ball stud sitting right over there. So it had a little bit of play inside there, but with an Allen key just straight to the wheel you can fix that, and yeah, that's problem solved. And one other thing I want to mention is the fan. So the fan on site on the ESC, when a little bit of a stone or dirt can get in there, and the fan, yeah, it will get stuck and it doesn't turn anymore, and therefore the ESC doesn't cool. Oh, one more thing is the pinion gear. Oh, we must talk about the pinion gear. So factory off, you will get a 13-tooth pinion gear, and in my opinion, that's fine. Don't change it. It's fast enough. We've got plenty of power. So I did change it into a 15-tooth pinion gear, but you know, it's fast enough on the 13-tooth. And another thing, when you go to the higher pinion gears, your motor and your ESC will get warmer. And yeah, I noticed that even with the 15-tooth. So my recommendation, just keep the standard gearing. Don't do the 15 or the 17-tooth pinion gear, because this is all fine. So besides that, I think that this car is awesome. Team Corally is one of the top players, and they thought about everything, you know, every screw position, everything that they have added to this car just makes an awesome car, and it's very sturdy, fast, durable. Yeah, this is the car, guys. Alright guys, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you got any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.